Hello everybody and welcome to a Transformers Combiner review. Now back in the 80s we were blessed with the Autobot combiners, the Aerialbots or Aerobots I think they were called throughout some of Europe like France and that. But basically we have Air Raid, Silverbolt, Slingshot, Fireflight and Skydive. They were the first Autobot combiners that we got in the, I think that's about 85 I think, and these are an absolutely terrible knockoff of them. There's been various different versions of this set released, really varying in quality, but I purchased these just to give you guys an idea of scale of what's to come. These are the exact same size as the Generation 1 team, but I'm not here to review those. I'm here to review their younger, oversized brothers that are the G2 oversized Aerialbots. And here they are. Instantly you can see just how massive this team is. You take Air Raid for example. I mean, he is pretty much the same size as the GoBots Leader 1 figure. These are nearly as big as the Generation 1 Seekers, which would make really good accurate scaling. I mean, don't get me wrong, the detailing is very minimal, but the plastic quality is pretty good. It feels a lot better than that of the other knockoffs. I mean, you take Silverbolt. Okay, we don't have much of a visor or anything. There's no real front to the jet there, but it's some really funky colours. Yeah, I mean, I'd fly with them. I'd fly with Kitten just because of how awesome their planes look. I think this is now meant to be Slingshot, I think, because he's got that little curled up nose. But obviously he's supporting what was originally Fireflight's sort of colour scheme. Now I really love these chromed out wings. They look absolutely gorgeous. Really nice addition. Now let's bring in what was Fireflight. And again, that is a very vibrant yellow. Really nice use of that chrome again. And these all have working wheels. I mean, none of these guys, they were terrible, the knockoffs of these. They're literally... But, hey, you get what you pay for. Again, this wasn't listed on Sirtoys originally. I added it to my want list and Paul managed to find some, so hopefully he'll be able to get some more. I haven't popped his wheel down, have I? Put that down. Yeah, I mean, that is gorgeous, isn't it? That is a fantastic mode. Really do love these. Let's get them changed up into the bot modes and see how they fare. Here they are changed up into their robot modes, and by all means, they are not perfect. I mean, the legs, the stops don't really work and you can kind of overextend and pop the legs straight out. But, you know, they're not completely terrible. If we take a look at the detailing there, they actually do have face sculpts, which is a big step up from some of the oversized combiners. Okay, the face sculpts aren't perfect, but they are faces. He's like, ooh, he looks like an inflatable doll. And for some reason, he's got a chromed head. But, yeah, you know, I've seen a lot worse. I mean, Silverbolt's probably the most traditional looking head. But, yeah, they're a little bit bigger, they're a little bit brighter, and that's pretty much what we love about these knockoff combiners. Here they are with their knockoff G1 cells. I mean, in all honesty, these things are so bad that legs don't even extend. I mean, they should at least extend to bring the figures up to about yay high, but they are awful, aren't they? And here we have the G2 oversized Brawl and Swindle as well. See, that's a much better scale. These guys are pretty much the same height. Now, to get these guys into their combined mode, the transformations are extremely simple. First of all, you want to compress all of the legs and fold their arms all back into their arm sockets. So do exactly the same thing with every single one of these guys. Once they're all compressed and ready, we need to then get Silverbolt ready. Now Silverbolt is slightly more complex, but I mean not drastically, it's nothing super adventurous. You want to fold his arms back. The fists do come out, but they should really be in, really, shouldn't they? Fold those arms back all the way. And then the feet, what we're going to do with the feet, we're just going to fold those up like so. And that one up like so. You're then going to want to slide the leg like that. Go again, slide the leg like so. That is pretty much Silverbolt's body ready for his appendages. I'm going here for what I believe was the official G1 transformation. So we're going to pop the head down, and with this one, you want to just come round, and where Silverbolt's arms are bent back, you want to just put the head into that connector, and that's a really, really nice tight joint there. You want to do the same over on this side. Fold the head down. Oh, that's a bit stiffer on this side. Have a look. Is it because of his wheel section's in the way? Yep, pop the wheel section down. That's my fault. Put that in like so. Now that one went in a little bit too loosely. Where we pushed the feet back into their sockets, you now reveal the combining ports underneath. So we want to... this is going to fall apart on me, isn't it? I always do when I build combiners. I'll just place that in there, apply force, come on, in you go. We can get that in there and just turn. There we go, that's in. And the same over on this side. I can hold on to the actual leg, then I can apply a little bit more pressure. And you see, if you push the head in, there's just enough flex in those ports to allow it to join. Now we want to add on all of the accessories. First of all, we're going to add the feet plates so he can stand. It's going to slide that one in that side, and on this side it's a slit, so that just slides in like so. You can now plug this waist section in. Now, I believe these were two separate pieces on the original G1 mode, but they're no longer separate, so that just plugs into that hole, pushes down, and then you can push the chest piece down. We then want to grab the fists. The fists are left and right. You do have a thumb on there. We can plug those into the holes on the underside of the Aerialbots. That's one. Oh, that's a loose old fist. There we go. And two. Now we need to bring the very laughable Gestalt head in. Hi! And of course his big chunky rifle. There we have him. And there we have Superion. In all honesty, he doesn't hold together brilliantly. He's a bit wibbly wobbly, but that being said, the plastic quality is pretty good. It's not quite on par with the G2 Bruticus. That's just a brilliant toy. But he does look kind of cool. The face paint is absolutely terrible. He looks like some sort of drag queen. Really bad. But the actual colours of Superion himself work really, really well. That's just that garish, awful mesh of colours with the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the blues. It's terribly good, and it's going to look fantastic on my display. Let's just bring in a couple of the other combiners just to give you an idea of scale. Here he is with the G1 scaled Superion, and to be all honest with you, the Superion, the tacky knockoff thing there, actually holds together really well in Superion mode. That is pretty much all it's good for. And let's bring in G2 Bruticus, and here they are together. Wow, that's a lot of colour there, isn't it? Scaled really, really well, and these guys are going to look fantastic on display. Unfortunately, the build quality isn't quite as good with Superion, but nonetheless, it's still a very, very enjoyable toy. He's staying together, he's looking good, and yeah, no regrets on purchasing this big bad boy. From myself and the garish G2 Oversized Superion, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, goodbye.